Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're going to see how many arseholes we can come across on my commute to work. So without further ado, sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? I hope the current heat wave that we are having in the UK isn't getting you guys down too much. I know for the best part it's driving me absolutely fucking bandy because of how hot and sweaty I'm getting. But anyway, today's a good day. I'm on the bike, I'm flying through the traffic like a runny poo in the toilet. I'm sorry, that is a terrible analogy, but you get what I mean. So this morning's video is pretty much just an observational video, just to show you how many idiots and arseholes and morons that I encounter on a daily basis on my way to work. And as you can see right now, I now have the unenviable task of trying to get past this pathetic three-wheeler. And people are going to say, oh, you don't say that about three-wheelers, they're kind of handy. Yeah, they're kind of handy if you're a twat who can't lean around a corner. In all honesty, three-wheelers are not my cup of tea in any way, shape or form. They never have been, they never will be. If someone offered me a test ride on one, obviously I'd take it because it's something to do, but personally, not for me. Also, while I've not been at work for the last 2 days, I've been giving the bike a little bit of TLC, thanks to having the new dash put in. Just recently it came up with the service message, which I was able to reset using Tune ECU. And what is this absolute melon doing? Why are you weaving? Go in a straight line, you stupid fucking moron. There was absolutely no need for weavage. So far on this morning's journey, I've come across 2 complete morons, one on a three-wheeler and one who likes to weave around in traffic, or in this case, lack of. Also, another little highlight for this morning is, if you guys can see, well, I'm hoping you can, literally just behind the GoPro mount here, I'm actually using 3M dual lock Velcro, and it's working a treat. I figured I would give the 3M dual lock a go, primarily because my RX-7 is taking an absolute battering at the minute, thanks to me not being able to make up my mind in terms of what I want to do for the mounting solution for the GoPro. So what I decided to do is I decided to give the 3M dual lock tape a go, and so far so good. And you're probably wondering why I went down this route. And I went down this route because there's going to be days where I don't want to run a camera on my helmet, and when those days happen, I want it to be as inconspicuous as possible. And naturally, having a GoPro mount stuck to the front of your helmet isn't all that inconspicuous. And because my helmet is matte black, the Velcro's black, I figured, you know, why not? What's the worst that can happen? The Velcro might peel a little bit here and there, but generally speaking, the Velcro has been on the helmet for 3 days now, 4 days since I actually applied it, and so far it seems to be doing the trick. It's clinging to the helmet like a fly around shit. Admittedly, it's the first time I've ever used this kind of stuff, so I don't actually know if it's going to work very well. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping that with using the 3M Velcro rather than the actual 3M sticky mounts, it would actually give a better view. Ooh, bridge! Customary blip blip under the bridge. Customary blip blip. I sound like a fucking demented toddler. Just going back to the TLC on the bike, I took the opportunity to actually clean, lube and tension my chain. If any of you guys know, when I've been riding along, you guys might not have heard it on the camera or heard it on the footage, but I can hear it myself, like audibly, that the chain started slapping. And you're probably wondering what I mean by that, but it's quite literally where I've either been upshifting or downshifting. Well, primarily when I've been downshifting, every so often I keep hearing a which sounds like it's coming from the swing arm. And when I checked the tension of the chain yesterday, while I was giving the old girl some TLC, it became apparent that the chain was a bit on the loose side. Well, not massively loose, but loose enough to cause me issues. So naturally I did what needed to be done. I got out the spanners and I took care of it. And all this might sound like complete and utter pointless information, but the chain and sprockets that are on the bike at the moment are actually the same chain and sprockets I've had on the bike for the best part of 2.5 years. And I know that sounds absolutely batshit crazy for me to do that, but because of all the issues that I've had with the bike over the years, like for example when it went to Ducati John to have the main bearings done, and when it was with bike nuts having the valves and the belts done and so on, the chain and sprockets haven't really had the amount of punishment and the amount of abuse that they would normally have had over those 2.5 years. So it's literally been a case of I've been running the same set of sprockets, the same chain for the best part of 2.5 years, and it's never really caused me an issue. And it just goes to show what happens if you look after your bike's equipment. Now naturally people are going to say, oh, but you shouldn't be keeping your chain sprockets on the bike for that long, you need to change them more frequently. And yeah, you're right, you do, you should really, but like I just said, the chain and sprockets that are currently on the bike haven't had anywhere near as much abuse as what they would have done should I have been riding for those 2 years straight. She does sound good though, doesn't she? And here's dickhead number 3, you bell end. And that brings me on to my next point. Thanks to the warm weather, guess what? We are seeing a shitload more lycra clad lunatics out on the roads, also known as cyclists. And I'm not being funny, but say for example, when my stepdaughter goes to school, they've got a cycle lane a bit like this. Here, this blue line on the floor here. And half the cyclists that go past my stepdaughter's school do not actually use the cycle lane. I don't know why, I don't know what possesses them to not use it, but they don't. If I'm not mistaken, I think even the place where the actual lane is, I don't think anyone even really cares about you being there. And it's like, I don't understand what goes through people's heads. You want a push bike, you've got a cycle lane to use, why do you not fucking use it? Now I should really get off my soapbox at this point, because I'm going bandy at cyclists and whatever else, and I've jumped straight into the front of the queue in the cycle box where motorcyclists aren't really supposed to be. If I'm honest, I think there should be a law passed where motorcyclists should be allowed to use the same junctions and boxes in the road and stuff like that push bikers use. Because let's face it, just because there's an engine between the two wheels doesn't mean to say that you can't have a cyclist and a motorcyclist in the same lane. Do you know what I mean? As lunacy as it sounds, a motorcyclist and a push biker should be able to share the same piece of road. Just because one's got an engine in it and the other one hasn't, doesn't mean shit. It's literally a case of there's a lane there that half the cyclists aren't using, why not let motorcyclists use it instead? And anyway, that's just my 2 pence worth, and I'll get off my soapbox now. Good morning. Hey, I got a nod. I got a nod again. Woohoo! The sunshine must be doing things to people around here, because normally on my usual commute to work I don't usually get a nod. I don't even so much as get an acknowledgement. I don't know whether that's a jealousy thing or whatever it is, but usually if I nod at a biker at this time of the morning, I don't usually get a nod back, but today I did. Twice. Someone must love me. I will say one thing, with all the TLC that I gave the bike yesterday, as well as doing the chain and cleaning it and whatnot, I actually also put some fresh air in the tyres. And that's going to sound a bit backwards, but what I actually did, I actually let the tyres down completely so they were completely flat, and then re-inflated them to 35 psi in the front and 39 in the rear. And I'll be honest, when people put, you know, not enough pressure in the tyres like I've done in the past, it's like, and you know, you can just tell when the rolling mass isn't what it should be, like you're feeling resistance. Well, so far today, with running the pressures as what I've done, I mean, yes, I know the tyres are old and the tyres are slightly square and blah 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 blah. So far the tyres actually feel pretty decent, and like I said, the tyres are kind of old right now. If I had the money, trust me, I would get a new set of tyres on the bike. I got a nod again. Fucking hell, what's going on today? And you know what the one weird coincidental fact is about all those nods? They were all from Honda riders, or at least I think they were anyway. Forgive me, my memory isn't what it used to be. It's like that old geezer from Monty Python, Life of Brian, where he goes, my ears are buggered, my eyes are warped, blah 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 blah. If I can find an actual clip of it, I'll post it in the video. But that old geezer made me laugh every time I see that actual segment in the movie. And for all those people that haven't watched Life of Brian, where the hell have you been? What massive rock have you been hiding under? Monty Python crew, Life of Brian, Holy Grail, Flying Circus. Where the fuck have you been? Some of the best British comics ever to come out of the UK. This is going to be interesting. Squeeze, breathe in. I made it. Woo! Round of applause. I made it. Woo! Just as another side note, I have been talking to, and this is a massive blast from the past if you haven't heard of them. It's a motovlogger called MoreDev13, or on YouTube as he's known as M13, but people know him as MoreDev13 on Facebook. I've been talking to them with regards to what I could do to improve my channel and to improve the quality of my content, and the biggest thing that I got to take away from that conversation was I need to have a bit more fun. Too slow, bruv. Too damn slow. Too fucking slow, son. So what I'm going to try and do from now on, boys and girls, I'm going to try and bring a slightly more comedic angle to my videos, but obviously try and maintain the intellectual aspect, shall we say. But I've taken what MoreDev has said on board, and I'm going to try and make my videos a bit more entertaining. So starting with this video, I'm literally going to try and keep it a bit more funny, ha-ha, a little bit less serious. I mean, admittedly, this video wasn't meant to be about morons on the road, but, you know, you're faced with them every day. Like these fucking pilchards, and this arse piece that's trying to jump traffic because she's a fucking idiot. And now I'm going to get stuck behind a fucking bus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to see what the back of a K5 bus looks like, there you go. It looks like this. It's a big fucking red square. Oh, it's a chicken lady. And I got a nod from her. Woo! Another dickhead on a push bike. Who's looking like he's constipated? What's the matter, my friend? You need a pull? There's plenty of good laxatives on the market these days, my friend. You don't have to go riding a push bike and making everyone else's day a nightmare just because you need a shit. Just like this fucking traffic. It's all going belly up. And now I'm going to fight a lorry. No, I'm not going to fight a lorry, because that thing is fucking huge. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the beauty of riding a motorcycle. If I was in a car, or in a van, or even a fucking three-wheeler, that would have ended up with me either being stuck in traffic or going really, really slowly. But you know what they say, shit happens. But guess what? So does fucking bad driving. And I've encountered quite a bit today. And there's another thing for me to moan about. Fucking electric vehicles. Teslas, Mercedes, BMWs, and all the other fucking manufacturers that are making electric vehicles or hybrid vehicles. I'm sorry, but if you drive a hybrid vehicle, you are a tree-hugging twat. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, you can take it or leave it. Personally, I think electric vehicles are fucking dangerous. Like, for example, now that my engine's stopped, you can't even hear this Tesla running. And it's that sort of issue which for me causes a problem. Because as you guys know, I have earplugs in and I can barely hear anything over the bike. And it's things like that which causes a problem for me. How fucking slow do you want to go, love? It's a 40, you're doing 25. So that's more on number 5, I think it is. It is what it is. It's a Thursday morning, it can't be helped. You can almost guarantee, no matter what day of the week it is, you're always going to come across some fucking idiot. I mean, there's just as many idiots on the road as there are wise in the days of the week. Do you know what I mean? You're always going to come across at least one. But anyway, here we go. Third gear. Dip it in. And away we go. Woo! Right down to second. Look for an overtaking maneuver. Head down, bum up. Wait for it, wait for it, wait. Wait for an opportunity to appear. And let's go! As Fagan would say, calm down there, Nige. Wow, now the driver's let me go. That's slightly uncharacteristic for an Audi driver. But anyway, here we go again, third gear. And anyone think this bike had a quick shifter, but she doesn't. Here we go. First gear into the roundabout. Gently does it, gently, gently. Here we go. No knee down here. Gently does it, gently does it, gently. Calm down, Nigel. Nearly jumped the lights. Calm down, Nigel. What's going on? Let's give it a handful. That scared the kids. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it made you giggle a little bit. If you've got any questions, feel free to put it in the comments box down below, and I'll be sure to answer them as quickly and efficiently as I can. But for now, this is me, Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be careful with COVID-19, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adios.